Chris Steele, thanks for joining us, brother.
No problem, my guy.
For
Glad
sure.
to be on here for sure.
No doubt. Top corner in the country. Pac-12.
For sure.
Some would say number one
Definitely.
on them 2022 NFL mock drafts.
Yes, sir.
Do you look ahead any of that stuff, or you just kind of focus on right now?
I mean, you know, when it pops up, I look at it, but for the most part, I just try to keep my head down and just work. Try not to pay too much attention to the outside noise.
Just working right now.
Oh yeah.
Does that kind of motivate you when you see somebody in front of you, or?
Oh yeah, definitely. I know there's been like a few different lists that have came out, but I saw one the other day. I think they had me like the number 15 cornerback.
That's disrespectful.
Right, yeah, that was real
Yeah.
disrespectful.
I would find that very disrespectful.
Yeah, so disrespectful. So
Who
Yeah,
wrote
you know.
that?
Todd McShay.
bro, I couldn't even. I have no idea. I can't even remember right now. But my mom had sent it to me, and I was just like,
Oh,
whoa.
no. Yeah, we can't have
Yeah,
that.
Nah. A lot of stuff will change after this season. I'm gonna turn a lot of heads.
Hey,
Not worried about it.
I like that.
Hell yeah.
You gotta keep that soundbite.
Yeah, exactly.
You gotta keep that soundbite. That can be like the first part of your highlight film, kind of like Brady when he was playing all that stuff. That's gonna be hard.
That would definitely be.
Well,
hard.
corners
I'm gonna
always
do
have
that.
that confidence because you have to, because you're on
Too
that
much.
island.
Too much.
You think
too
too
much.
much?
Too much sometimes. Too much.
All right, so Justice plays receiver, so we're definitely going to dig into this a little bit.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
we could
but-
get into it for sure.
But I honestly like that though, the talking, because we were doing our like tug of rope in training,
Oh yeah.
and you know we're talking to the other side the whole time, chirping, flexing,
hmm
and honestly that's how I play personally.
Yeah,
Little
bro,
Phillip Rivers in me, so
I feel like that's the only way to play. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Like when you bring out that type of energy, I feel like it kind of, you know, the rest of the team gets the same vibrations.
behind that,
You know
yeah.
what I'm saying? When you could get the whole team behind the same thing, then that's when teams get real dangerous. So
But what about when you get beat? Like I haven't been in that scenario at a high level. Like what's going through your mind when you get beat on a go route and they score and everybody on defense is looking at you? Like the confidence has to waver. Like there's no way that you just have short term memory like that. There's
it's
no way.
always next play though.
No,
That's what
there's
they tell
no
you.
way.
'Cause
Every-
I throw a
the
pick, it's
band's
always next
cheering,
play. It's the same thing.
They hitting a little this. You gotta be tripping out a little bit.
all right, so I agree with Mo. You gotta have that next play mentality, bro. And it's like everybody's gonna get beat. Deion Sanders got beat, but at the end of the day, it's about how you bounce back. So you know, if I bounce back and have a pick the next drive, in our reality, that
you made up
touchdown-
for it,
Exactly,
yeah.
the touchdown didn't even really count. I mean, it did, but you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
So you think you always had that kind of confidence in yourself?
Oh yeah,
You know, little league, growing up, high school.
definitely, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, since I was a little kid, I've always been the loudest dude in the field. Like I'm gonna make sure you hear me. You know, if I make a play, I make sure I let everybody
Make
know
sure
about
everybody
it.
knows.
Oh yeah, that's just me.
Bro, those are the worst corners.
Really?
Those are the worst corners, bro. They're just always talking. They just can't shut up. They make us like a little play and they're still talking. Ridiculous. Those loud corners are the worst, right? And what's crazy is they're loud all the time. And like you said, like that whole mentality of staying confident the entire game. Like you get beat, like the next play you're still talking.
Then don't get beat. That's all it is, bro. Just don't get beat.
But from a wide receiver's perspective, does it ever get in your head if he's talking like that? Has there ever been an example either at Harvard or Vanderbilt or even in the league, you know, in practice or whatever? Or who's the guy who's chirped
I
the
don't know.
most? Is there one guy you
What do you
can
mean?
point to?
What do you mean?
Like a cornerback.
That's tripped?
No, chirped.
Oh, chirped the
Yeah,
most?
yeah.
I'm trying to think. This dude named Javarius Ward,
Mhm.
like one of the first practices.
This is in
This
KC.
wasn't this is in KC. This
Yeah.
wasn't even like offense defense. This is special teams.
Oh wow.
I pop up as gunner, like little rookie coming out there. He looks over to his buddy Rashard Felton. He was like, "Man, let's fuck this dude up." Said what? He was like, "We're gonna fuck you up." Like, what are you talking about, bro? Man, got up there, threw him off me, threw him on the ground, went crazy. I was like, "I told you, boy. I told you. I got in your shit." Started talking to him, bro. And here's the thing with corners: the moment you start talking back, they want to fight. They want to fight the whole time. Like it was cool when you were talking to me, but the moment I say something back, we're fighting now.
That's not
Like
cool. Yeah.
there can't be a dialogue going back and forth like a discourse. It's a fighting moment once you start talking back. But yeah, that's probably the corner I chirp the most. I can't stand them like that, bro. I can't stand them. Like, just be a cool, like, quiet corner and do your thing. Like, you cool. No one knows you're doing your thing in the stands anyways.
Here's the thing, though. Got in your head. He's living rent free up there.
No, he definitely got in my head.
Free in your head, for sure.
Because if you can get that little edge, right? That's what everybody says. If you get that wide receiver one step slower, you're just thinking a little too much.
I don't care what anybody
That's all you need.
says. Once you get a reaction out of a player, no matter what type of reaction it is, it throws them off the course of their game. You know, that's kind of what I've took out of it. You know, when I talk mess, once I get that reaction, it's like, all right, I got him now.
Yeah.
So part of what you do is strategic then?
Oh, definitely. It's all strategic, for sure.
So are you coming out play one, like, saying something? Or you're letting the game flow, or you're just naturally like, I'm going to just start talking mess right away?
Bro, I get so deep into my shit talking. Like,
it's a problem.
It's really strategic, bro. Like, I'll go... Let's say I'm playing against a receiver from Washington State. I'll go on his Instagram and find out who the dude's girlfriend is and everything.
Oh, Lord.
Like,
we had a conversation about that last time.
I get really into it. I don't say anything too disrespectful, but I'll say some things that are going to make him be like, whoa. He might come back the next play, and he's not going to look the same, you know what I'm saying?
So do you bring that same mentality to practice, too? Because, like, if you can imagine, like, the first day of training camp, when you get to training camp, are you going to be doing – the same thing? Like, you're gonna pop off rookie. Say you get drafted to, I don't know, the Browns or something like that, and you step up against Odell. Are you talking heads to Odell right off the rip?
All right, so
I like that question.
I've always been real big on earning my respect. You know, kind of settling in somewhere and earning my respect by the team until I'm really, voicing my opinions and out there talking shit and everything. So. I mean, when it comes to the time that I'm playing in the NFL, I'm kind of treat it like I did with college.
Yeah.
I mean, when I came here, I started out at Florida. Once I settled in, I was starting out there the whole spring ball. That's when I kind of got my feet wet. I was like, all right, I could talk a little bit, but I still haven't made any plays in the actual game.
Right.
So I transferred here, and then it kind of carried the same mentality out throughout my freshman year. Then I started. I want to say I got to start game 3 against Utah.
Right.
Once I got my feet wet, I was like, all right, I could be me again.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, people are starting to respect me. I could just be me. And I went into my sophomore season, and I think a little bit more of that came out, but it was really just over this past offseason, bro, where I've just, I'm getting back to the old me now.
Yeah.
Like, it's full dog on whoever I'm lining up against.
So the NFL team is drafting the full you. So that means you are talking mess to Odell day one.
Yeah.
I mean,
I wouldn't
hold on though, because
I wouldn't say
as the rookie, that'd be hard.
I wouldn't say day one, but
it's day one. It's one-on-ones. It's day one. They
Chris
draft
Steele
you high.
If I'm strapping Odell, I best believe he's gonna hear everything from me. He's gonna hear it.
So are you the corner that talks before the play goes, like the ball snapped, or you're after?
I'm after.
Okay, that's better.
You gotta win the rep first.
That's better.
Yeah.
But if I know I've dominated you before, I'm gonna talk mess before too.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, hold on now, because you talked about researching guys' girlfriends, which I think is pretty cool in terms of strategy goes.
That's
right?
bold. That's bold.
It's bold. But then again, you're getting in their heads and you're accomplishing what you want.
Exactly.
But now you go into the professional ranks, and these guys have wives and kids.
That's too far.
That's too much.
Yeah, you can't bring that
bro.
same mentality.
It's way too much. Then it's like the trash talk might get a little different.
Yeah.
Right.
You gotta alter it a little bit.
Yeah, you gotta alter it. You have to. You can't talk about people's wives and stuff. That's a little. That I feel like that's when it crosses.
That's when it crosses the boundary.
Because that's not Jalen Ramsey. That's the same thing he was talking about when he was at Florida State. He would do the same thing.
Oh,
he's looking up guys' girlfriends. He's chirping. He said, "Hey, if it's Rebecca, like, hey, I just DM'd Rebecca. Like, she's sliding in my DMs. I'm about to take her on a date. Whatever." I'm sure it's escalating more than that.
Bro, definitely. Because, I mean, you got to think about it. If you're on the field, I'm not supposed to know who this dude's girlfriend is. If I say his name, it's gonna make him start thinking like, "Whoa, does he really know her?" Like, bro, I've seen it before. Like, I've legit been on the field and like plays later got asked the question like, "Hey, bro, so how you know my girl?" Like, for real.
Oh my gosh.
Like, for real.
Bro, these dudes are insecure.
That's crazy.
Nah, really.
And bro, you really
like it's a receiver thing. It's
no,
thing.
That's not a receiver thing. It's not a receiver thing. That's for that team. No, it's funny. Like, the receiver group is real tight, but like when you notice a team like the DB group, it's probably the tightest group on the team besides the D linemen, but they're weird. So they are.
Yeah, the D line is always real tight.
D line is like they're tight, but it's like a weird group.
Okay.
Like how do you guys foster that as DBs? Because that's like universal. That no matter what school you go to, like the DB group is pretty tight.
To be honest, bro, I feel like the DB room is like a band of brothers. Because, we all have, for the most part, like you said, all DBs, we all have like a similar mindset. Usually we talk the most mess on the field.
Yeah.
We like to think we're the best athletes, whatever. That's just what we think.
Yeah.
So, I mean, the reason I say it's like a real brotherhood is because, we'll have our days where we all talk mess. So we may get in a really bad argument one day, but the next day we know it's all love. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So we're able to have those disagreements with each other, but still come back the next day, correct it in the film room, really chop it up, about everything. So, I mean, I feel like that's really the biggest thing that makes us so tight. And shoot, we're all like, as far as DBs go, we're the only position on the field where we're like generally by ourselves. Like we don't, like for the most part, I'm playing straight man. So it's I really have to be able to look on the other side. Like last year was me and OG that started. Yeah. Last year I really had to be able to, count on him. So, we had to build that relationship with each other. So I know when the game time comes, it's like, all right, I know OG's going to have the field locked down. And he, vice versa with me in the boundary. So
yeah, that's a really good point where the DB room is usually one of the closest.
Yep.
And I was thinking of why, and I think to your point, you're working together, and it's almost you're working as one. If it's a zone, then I'm a corner. If it's cover 2, I know the safety's over top, and I have to trust where he's going to be, and he knows where I'm going to be in terms of funneling the guy inside and my leverage and my positioning and the spacing.
Exactly.
And so you're really all working as one. If you're a running back room, you've got one starter, and like I don't need the other running backs for me to do my job. Receiver, you're to some extent you're working off each other.
It's a little more selfish,
but
yeah,
there's more of that selfish aspect.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of the other position groups. Quarterback, obviously, you're on your own, but
linemen, I mean, they're working as one.
You're working as the offensive lineman and defensive lineman are for sure close, but like any kind of organization or position group that you need each other and that chemistry actually helps. You talk about the Legion of Boom. They peaked 3-4 years together because they knew their strengths, their weaknesses. They played together well.
Exactly.
And so,
And I feel like that's really what it all comes down to, bro. When you have let's use Richard Sherman and Cam Chancellor, for example, they were playing with each other for a minute and, they kind of were able to build up that relationship and that connection with each other. So, when you get on the field, it's all natural. Richard Sherman didn't have to think about if he was playing cover 2, the whole shot going to be there.
He knows. Yeah.
Cam knew it wasn't going to be there because Richard Sherman was going to make sure he stayed right underneath it. Right. And, Cam knew they couldn't, or Richard Sherman knew they couldn't throw it deep because Cam was going to be right there.
Exactly.
So,
Hey, real quick to interrupt again, Justice, lean, like rest more on your left shoulder because you're hiding behind the mic and you're not gonna be able to see your face all the time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there you go.
We need the moneymaker out there.
That's what I'm saying. It's just on your camera. It's just all mic. But if you lean to your left a little bit, yeah, you're golden.
Say less.
Cool. Go ahead.
My drink is to the right.
So you mentioned Richard Sherman. Is that a guy that you look up to and watch tape? Kind of emulating to some extent.
Yeah. So I'd say definitely growing up, Richard Sherman was he was really my inspiration. In Pop Warner and stuff, I really played like quarterback and defensive end. I was never really a DB.
Oh, I didn't know you played quarterback.
Yeah.
Wait, that's a strange combination, D end and quarterback. I've never heard that.
I'll put the fastest guy on the edge and let him tackle the quarterback.
Yeah.
That's really all it was.
That is a Pop Warner move. Though. Like they put the most athletic guy at outside linebacker.
I would have thought free
plays.
safety, just let him roam around. And
Nah, they doesn't get that far in Pop Warner.
Yeah.
Oh, because you're not really throwing the ball.
Yeah, you're not throwing the ball.
See, that's a California thing. In Florida, we're tossing the ball.
Yeah.
See, we're ahead of y'all.
Come on.
I'm gonna start the beef right now. We had one of my former teammates from Vanderbilt, Dio. He's working out at Proactive with OG, and he's from Texas. Dio. We played with him.
Yeah, of course.
And so it was my roommate Lewis, who was from California, that I was telling you about, and then Dio was sitting there from Texas. I'm from Florida, and so we had the Florida, California, Texas debate.
Yeah.
And so my argument was, if you look at the numbers every year statistically, Florida has the most guys in the NFL. And you can even break that off with South Florida, Dade County, Broward County. And you played at UF, for a short amount of time. And so those are all Miami dudes. You know how it is. Or South Florida dudes, right? But I'm going to be biased, and you're going to be too. But I think football is different in South Florida.
I think it is different, but I would say Texas is probably number one. And then if you're going by per capita,
That's what I'm saying.
you're going by per capita.
'Cause,
I
I
think,
mean, bro,
I think
Texas
you're
is-
this is a sleeper. Ohio football.
That's cap.
No. Listen,
Who'd we have
Bro,
this
we
conversation
went
with? Was it Lou?
my sophomore year. I'm just
Dio.
I'm gonna
Remember
dead
Dio?
that right now. My sophomore year, we went to Saint Xavier, who's the #1 team in the country. My sophomore year.
wait, who did you have on your team though? You went to Bosco?
Yeah.
That doesn't count.
How does
Why?
it not
That
count?
doesn't count. We're talking about just straight.
No, that's fine.
No, we're not talking about the best team in the state.
Saint
We're just talking
Xavier
about-
was the best team in their state.
No, I'm saying but they like it's leveled. You know what I mean? Like for California,
You're
it's
talking
like
about
this.
on average.
It's like this. Like it ebbs and flows. Like who's good and who's not.
Well, okay,
like
so
there's powerhouses, but in Ohio, it's like consistent, like solid football.
You're saying-
But y'all probably blew out Saint Xavier though.
Oh yeah, we blew them out the water.
Yeah, but I'm like, were they actually the best team? Because you got like Moeller, St. Ed's. I'm really vouching.
St.
For,
Ed's is good.
I'm vouching for
Wait,
Ohio.
so I want to hear the
and
story
New Jersey
though.
too.
Y'all
New
went
Jersey's
out
solid.
to St. Xavier and played them like ESPN game or something.
Yeah. We played them on ESPN at the University of Cincinnati.
Who was your quarterback at the time?
Real Mitchell, he's at Temple now, but
Okay.
he pretty good player.
Did y'all have? I'm trying to think. Wasn't there a kid from Cal that went to? Wait,
From Cal.
no, that was modern day.
Was he the quarterback for your entire stint there?
No, I had DJ too.
Okay.
DJ Uyagalele.
Oh, was that
Yeah.
the dude that went to Clemson?
Yeah, that's that
He's
man
the guy who's gonna be
right
playing at
there.
Clemson
Yeah,
now.
he's crazy.
Yeah, that's that dude.
How's DJ?
Amazing.
Bro, I don't think I've heard you say anything bad about any of your teammates, actually. But no,
I mean,
he's
they're all great players though.
true.
Yeah.
I guess when you go to
So he's a
powerhouse
dog,
like
huh?
that.
Bro, DJ's a dog. And the thing I really like about DJ is that, he's like just a real down to earth. He's a real down to earth dude. Like DJ, I don't hear DJ. Like, he doesn't even cuss. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like he really. If you want to talk about like just being really respectful, being like an honorable man on and off the field, DJ's I could stand by somebody like that. So with me, it's kind of more than just football when it comes to like who I really choose to invest my time into and stuff. Like DJ was a quarterback that I spent a lot of time with after practice. Just trying to pick his brain and stuff, even during practice. Just going through his progressions and stuff, just to kind of see what's going on in his head. And the reason I was able to do that with him is just because off the field, I was able to have those real conversations with him. You know what I'm saying? You got a lot of teammates where you talk to them on the football field and you leave the football field and that's just it. They're strictly just teammates. But especially with the quarterback, I feel like it's not supposed to be like that.
Yeah.
And like he was, the first quarterback I played with that kind of showed me that. So I got a lot of respect for him for sure.
And there's that history and tradition, at least recently at Clemson now, with Trevor Lawrence and Deshaun Watson, Taj Boyd before them. You think he's next in line?
Yeah, bro. I think he'll do. Honestly, if you're asking me, I'm pretty biased just because that's my guy, but I think he'll end up being better than all of them.
Wow.
Yeah.
Deshaun Watson.
I mean, those are bold words, right?
Yeah.
Deshaun Watson's arguably a top 5 quarterback in the NFL right now.
Right
Bro,
now,
I wasn't
Yeah.
talking about that.
Oh, you're talking about we're switching to the Deshaun
Bro,
Watson stuff?
yes, bro.
Okay.
If you're gonna bring up his name, you gotta mention what's going on with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. So what is going on? Because my dad sent me something earlier, but
Yeah.
I didn't even look at it for real.
Well, all right. I'll give you the preliminary, but I'll let Justice dig deeper. I guess he has got more information. But no, there's tons of sexual assault allegations on him, and apparently it's several.
Okay.
It's not. Yeah, it's more than
From
a
a
few,
massage
yeah.
therapist.
a massage therapist. Yeah.
Yeah.
Was it facility oriented or is it like outside of the Texans?
I hope not. It's in the.
It's at 7 now.
It's
It's at
at 7.
Yeah.
It's at 7.
Damn. Yeah, he's tripping.
Yeah, man, that's tough, and I feel for them. I kind of want to mention though, didn't that kind of happen to Robert Kraft as well, or is this a different? Is that a different
Yeah.
scenario?
It is similar.
It is a
It
similar
was the
scenario.
massage parlor.
It was a massage parlor.
Yeah.
but there was sex trafficking going on there though,
Allegedly.
allegedly. I'm curious, like, and this is a question for both of you guys. Like, how much does your school invest in like teaching you guys like just how to basically go through like the procedure so you don't get to a point like that?
Yeah, I could start off. I mean, at Vanderbilt, and we did the Title IX education course that everyone has to go through, and it's, it's the yearly thing, and it's tedious, and everyone kind of just wants to get through, and it's right before the season, and it's whatever. But I mean, it's a real thing. It's insane, especially at a school here like USC where guys are, influencer types and big figures going to the league, and if you got all this hype, there's a real thing where women may want to allege things that potentially didn't happen, and something like that happened at Vanderbilt recently where there was 5 or 6 players who were proven innocent, or at least some of them were, right? And so it's a scary thing, right? And obviously my heart and thoughts go out to those who are affected by sexual assault, and it's something like over 95% of the case it actually happened, right? But there's the situation as well where you're proven innocent, and what do you do where your name's slandered? And it's a real problem.
Yeah, I want to say it's like one in 4 women are sexually assaulted.
Is that right?
Yeah,
yeah.
I think so. Like I'll let you answer too. Like, how does that affect you? Like, if I can, like, it almost makes college athletes and some pro athletes like hesitant, and it shouldn't be that way. Like, you shouldn't have to be hesitant about the moves that you make, and nervous, right?
Yeah.
Like, it should be a free thing. Like, you should be able to feel free, having the knowledge of, this is what. This is the type of respect I should bring to the table, and this is what I should do.
Well, how can you when you know people personally that have been accused of sexual assault and they were proven innocent, though?
Yeah, right? I mean, that would make me, not trust the next person. But I'm curious as to what you would kind of say about that. And
I mean, with me, bro, so a lot of people don't really know this. A lot of people do, but so when I was at Florida, the reason I left was actually because of sexual assault case that happened out there. Not with me, but it involved one of my teammates, and I just didn't like the way they handled the whole situation. And so I just decided to remove myself from it, to say the least. But I mean, when it comes to a topic like that, I really I take it very serious, just because I have a younger sister.
Yeah.
Our Lord knows if somebody did something to her, it would be. I'd be in jail, to be honest with you. Of course. So it's like, I mean, it's definitely a scary situation, just being in the position that a lot of us are in, as athletes. You really don't know anybody's true intentions with you, you know what I'm saying? So exactly. I feel like when it comes to women, you definitely gotta, I feel like you just gotta take all the right precautions, bro. You gotta follow the right procedure, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
You gotta make sure everything's good, but then at the same time, you don't know what's really going on in their head, bro. So I mean, it's I don't know. That's always been like a crazy situation to me. That's why, me personally, I just stay out the way, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, and that's the thing. Like, that's the best way of going about. I don't know if that's the best way of going about it, but that's a way that a lot of people go about it, right? It's just like, I'm just gonna be cool. Like, I'm gonna just stay out the way. But I don't think that we should have to do that. Right. I mean, I was blown away when we had a Title IX discussion at Harvard, and they told me that you can also have sexual assault case against you in a relationship, like with someone, if they're not consenting to it. Yeah. Like, that blew me away. I was like, you still have to go through procedures of consent, even in a relationship. Like, that was like, whoa,
crazy.
Yeah, bro.
And I didn't know that, and I know 99% of the people that I know don't know that, right? And so, like, at what point do we hit an inflection point where, like, we have to, like, educate everyone, so we don't have to be like, I need to just be out the way. Like that prohibits you from meeting probably some really great people.
Oh,
right?
yeah,
just because of a few things.
Yeah, no doubt. And I mean, as far as the education goes, to be honest with you, I mean, it's definitely something that a lot of schools do touch on, but nobody. I feel like it's a conversation that a lot of people are really scared to have, bro. And it's like, it's a real life thing, and I don't know if Mo was here for this, but we had a lady named Brenda Tracy. I love Brenda.
Oh,
she came.
She came to Vanderbilt too.
Yeah.
She came.
Yeah. So when my junior year, I participated in the Nike opening, and she came out and spoke. And me and her, I have Brenda's number. Me and her talk every now and then. But she has a foundation called Set the Expectation, bro. Yep. And it's like, she just kind of talks about, everything that we're talking about. So she dealt with a very terrible situation, bro. Like, what she went through, I wouldn't wish that upon anybody. But she does give us, when she talked to us, at least, I don't know if she did the same thing. It's probably the same speech, but she kind of just told us about taking those right procedures and stuff. Being cautious with who you decide to sleep with.
Yeah.
Making sure their true intentions. But I mean, at the end of the day, my mom always told me, and this is kind of like how I carry myself. I mean, don't have sex with a girl if you even think that she would do something to mess up your future. And, you know, that's just kind of how. So when I stay out the way, I don't mean like legit stay out the way, but
No, I know you're not like that.
if I,
Whoa, get away from me.
you know what I'm saying?
I know
Like,
you're not like that.
but if I
Yeah.
even if you know, and then I feel like oftentimes, you know, we know for the most part, like, you know, we know a little bit about a girl before we talk to them. So
Mhm.
and I feel like a lot of guys kind of just brush it off their shoulder, but I mean, you know, you got to kind of follow your instincts sometimes too when it comes to stuff like that. So if you do have a bad gut feeling, just always got to go with your gut feeling. So,
Well, it's even gotten to the point where high-level actors, and I'm blanking out his name, but the lead in The Matrix, what's his name?
Keanu Reeves.
Yeah, Keanu Reeves. He's known for when he takes photos with fans, like, you know, women and girls, like, he doesn't even put his arm around there. Have you seen that?
Yeah, well, Keanu Reeves is on a whole different wavelength anyways. That dude's
Is
a
he?
G.
Oh, is
He
he?
like gives all his money away. Like he doesn't.
Okay.
He just does his own thing. He lost his parents
He's
really
like a
early
monk
and some
or
crazy
something?
shit.
yeah.
And he just is all about just helping people out and giving money away. But what
Interesting.
you saying that doesn't surprise me. But
Yeah, well, because right with the whole Me Too thing and everyone in the industry, you know, actors, producers, directors, etc., he kind of just steered in the complete opposite direction. Everyone takes a photo, doesn't touch anybody, and there was like this Twitter thread that was kind of like not exposing, but it kind of revealed. It was like, hold on, why isn't he touching any of these girls? And like I think someone asked him in an interview, he's like, yeah, like I'm trying to stay away from this.
Yeah.
Bro.
and the wave too with like
That's
celebrities and
It's sad, bro, but
That's
I feel
sad,
him though.
bro.
I feel him. It's just there's certain things that we shouldn't have to do, but you know, you just have to do it now.
yeah,
Shit sucks, but you just have to do it.
yeah.
I mean, because look at it. Look, and no one knows anything about the Deshaun case, right? Because
Right.
it's very fresh. But they said it's up to 7. The firm that's representing them say they've got 12 cases to file, and they have an additional 10. So they're claiming they have 22 girls that they're talking to about this right now.
Yeah,
It's wild.
You think he was out there like that?
22.
I mean, that opens a conversation of like
22's a lot.
someone
Bro, but-
is someone framing him like.
I mean,
you
you'd be
know.
surprised, bro. There's like that Darius Guy situation. I don't.
Yeah.
I'm big on not speaking on things I don't know truly. Like I wasn't there to see it, but I mean, I don't think a 70-year-old lady's gonna lie about being assaulted by a college athlete at the time, bro.
Did that
like,
tie into the Les Miles thing? Is that why he just got fired from KU? I think
to be
like he
honest,
was covering up some deal. We could look it up, but
So here's the other thing, like
yeah,
as an administrator, and this kind of goes back to like the Penn State and Urban Meyer, like what do you do? Like you basically have this business that you're running, that you have a job and you're making $3-4 million a year, and you know if this gets out, like you can't take care of your family, and it's another like I mean I know you guys are college athletes, so like you don't have a crazy amount of responsibility, but what do you kind of do, right? Like you're in a really tough situation. It's like $3 or $4 million, or like
you're talking about if you're a head coach.
if you're a head coach, you find out when you're AD.
Well, if you're
it's
Les
like,
Miles and you tell the administration of what some of your players did, a guy, like you're not gonna get fired because of his actions.
you might.
If that's what you're suggesting.
I mean, that would be the only reason why I think
Now-
most of them are afraid. Like, why wouldn't they?
Why wouldn't you? Because he's your star running back.
I think it has nothing to do with the coaches being afraid to lose their job. I just feel like there's a lot of coaches who don't care about anything but their job. You know, I feel like
That's understandable, though.
I feel like that's more of the problem. It is understandable, but at the same time, I mean, like I said, I left Florida for a situation like that.
Yeah.
You know, my coach, he just didn't really
Yeah.
care. So, I mean, I don't know, bro. For me, it's just a little bit different because I
Yeah.
actually had to.
Yeah.
I was put
You're
in a
close to that
situation like that.
Yeah.
So it's like, I mean, with me personally, I can't stand by somebody who's willing to,
Yeah.
who's okay with that, bro.
Mhm.
Because I mean, you got to think about it, bro. You had, mom goes to the game. I don't know if you guys have little siblings, little sister or something,
Yeah.
but little sister, even older sister, go to the games and stuff, bro. You don't want them around your head coach, like,
Yeah,
and
Right.
he's okay
He's
with stuff
covering
like
that
that.
stuff
You know,
up.
exactly.
I don't know, bro. It's a
And
definitely
what I
a
mean
different
by
situation.
it's understandable. Like I see eye to eye with you, but
Yeah.
I'm big on not putting my standards on other people. So when you look at, a guy like Urban Meyer who cover up the domestic abuse with one of his coaches, or you look at the situation with Les Miles, it's like, who do you have your loyalty to? Like, and it's almost like it's like family, right? Like, I don't know how tight your family is. I don't know how tight you guys were with your family, but if Les Miles has his loyalty to his job and to his best running back. You know what I mean? Urban Meyer has his loyalty to the guy that he mentored coming up, who he believes that he sees a better side of, and can turn a blind eye to those situations. So I'm really just playing devil's advocate. For me, I would definitely like fire him, but look at it from
I think
their
there's a
perspective.
line between. I think what you're getting at is believing in second chances. Is that what you're kind of getting to? If you see another side, which I'm a proponent of, but at the same time, if you make a mistake like that at a university, say LSU, a Darius Guy situation, I don't know if you can continue playing at that school representing what that school
Stands for.
seeks to represent as a higher education, the whole morality thing, LSU, and this is what we stand for in the community and all this stuff, right? You can see the dissonance between what one of your players does representing your university on Saturdays in front of, whatever, tens of millions of viewers.
But you have a really good moral code, right? When it comes down to it, what's it about? It's about the economics. That guy that you put on the field that wins that game against Alabama, he produces you more money than the situation, if that makes sense. If you were to monetize that situation.
But now looking back at it, for Les Miles,
it wasn't worth
the risk?
It totally wasn't worth it.
Well, no. So I bleed orange. I bleed burnt orange. Excuse me. And LSU's like my second team.
What?
I bleed burnt orange.
Texas?
UT,
Yes, sir.
UT. He's from Austin.
Yeah.
I didn't even know they said that.
But there's a little bit of purple and gold in there floating around. I didn't know about this recently with KU.
Yeah.
It's not that because he covered up that situation. He's got allegations against him. Look at this. Texting female students, taking them to his condo alone, making them feel uncomfortable, and at least one occasion kissing a student and suggesting they go back to her hotel room where he could help her with her career, allegedly.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's a tough deal when your head coach is doing that.
That power.
Yeah. Power trip.
It is. It is. And it starts in college. You know what I mean? It starts from an early age. It was those habits, honestly. It's funny. I don't want to get in that conversation, but my dad always talks about, like, if you're going to be a hoe at 16, you're going to be a hoe at 35. Like,
for real.
like it doesn't, like, I know, like, a ring doesn't change it. You know what I mean? Like, nothing changes your behavior except, a choice. You know what I mean? No, nothing.
And more power is going to make it even worse, right?
Oh, yeah. For sure.
I just think back. I always think of the Stanford prison experiment, like the most classic case study in like psychology, right?
What are you talking about?
Oh, you know what I'm talking about?
No, bro.
You've never heard of this?
No.
You guys have heard of this?
The Stanford prison experiment?
I wasn't listening, sorry.
You've never taken a psych class?
Never heard of this.
Oh, you've never? Okay, so this is back in the day.
Learn us a little bit.
Yeah, I'll educate you guys. This is like Psych 101.
All right. No, Pavlov's dog is Psych 101.
This is the next class. Maybe
Psych 101.
maybe you didn't make it to that next class.
You're right. Econ. But go ahead.
I'm econ too. All right. No, so they ran this experiment at Stanford. We could look it up, maybe like 60s, 70s, because you can't make these experiments anymore, just given like the structure and the format of like these kinds of things. So, prison experiment.
It's a big thing.
Yeah, they wanted to see how
Are those black people?
the amount of power someone receives changes how they act in such a short amount of time. And so it was essentially a case study for this, where they gave people, like there's a group of people, a subset that were prisoners and the other were the guards. And they said, you have ultimate authority over the prisoners. And, immediately within, maybe 2 hours, they started acting like incredibly cruelly towards the other participants just because they were given this power over them. And so, and it's just kind of human nature, and one of those things that I always think of.
I think I have the qualities to be a guard.
Prisoner, I guess.
I didn't know they
Sounds
made a
like
movie
it'd be
about
a
it.
little less work.
Oh, that's what I was like. Why does this look like it was a legit movie?
Yeah, it looks
I was
like a
what the
movie
fuck is
trailer.
this? Okay.
Yeah.
It is a movie.
It's a
Right.
movie? Oh, wow.
Well, there's that quote, right? Absolute power corrupts absolutely.
You're so smart, bro. No cap. No, that's actually really smart. I didn't know that was a thing. I didn't know.
Yeah, things change when you have power over like subordinates.
Right.
Just mentally and psychology.
Okay. You're going too far.
How?
Subordinates?
That's
Yeah, you been to jail? You got something to tell us about?
No, it's the fact that you said the word subordinates, bro.
That's the
Come on,
Hey,
that's
bro.
the
classes
term.
in session, brother.
Bro,
Come
you,
on,
you went to
dog.
Harvard, bro.
Exactly why you don't have to say that word subordinates. Like just use a
That's
common.
the first word that came to my mind.
Yeah.
All right, let's bring it back to because we started
Let's
talking
bring it
about
back.
To a sport cast.
Let's bring it more light.
DBU.
Yeah,
we
that
didn't
was.
talk DBU, did
What
you?
we've got? Okay, yeah, that's a good one. So
I definitely want. Yeah.
someone who played at the University of Florida and now someone who's here at USC. Who's the real DBU?
You don't have to say SC either.
Nah, I'd still go with Florida.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah.
Not LSU.
Nah.
Why?
Why Florida? I'm gonna be honest. I thought the Florida DBs were kind of overrated.
So
Let's hear it. He played there.
it's DBU, not DB NFL. So if we're talking about success in the NFL, I'm gonna definitely have to go with either Alabama or LSU.
Yeah.
But if we're talking about, best cornerbacks in college football, it's either Florida State or University of Florida. I'm going with University of Florida. You can't. Vernon Hargraves. I don't think
It was crazy.
Janoris Jenkins.
Janoris Jenkins, and I don't even think he was at Florida all 4 years. He got in trouble for something and transferred his senior year. But I mean, bro, it's like
Time out. What is up
Hey.
with these rankings,
You see
bro?
this list? You see
find
that? That was
every,
weird.
Every ranking,
Fight on, baby.
bro. Every ranking is USC. This must be like
FSU.
a West Coast browser thing.
Hey, we're
where
on.
you-
Yeah,
You're on the internet.
we're
in the
on
West
Mo's
Coast.
laptop too.
Yeah.
are we safety you or like corner you? Because those
It's
are
DBU.
This is DBU. Yeah.
Wait,
these are the top.
I just want
The
this.
best corner. He was like,
I just want this in the
Yes.
record books. Quarterback you, wide receiver you, because we had this on another podcast, and now DBU. Let's go, baby. What can't we do?
it's the sites, bro. There's no
This
way.
Bleacher Report.
Now SC's definitely got some good guys in the league. As far as DBs go, they had their dudes. Even in college, they've had their dudes.
Yeah.
Taylor Mays was a guy. Troy Polamalu. They've had their
Ooh,
fair
Taylor
share.
Mays is crazy.
Adoree.
Adoree was
Adoree was
amazing.
different in college.
Bro, they've had their fair share, but I mean, Vernon Hargraves, in my opinion, is the best. If you look at his film, he has the best college film that I've ever
Best
seen.
college tape.
Yeah, C.J. Henderson, more recent. It's just like,
CJ Anderson's
but
cool.
like if you look year in, year out, they've produced some of college's best defensive backs, bro. So
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of hard to pass up on them when it comes to giving somebody the title DBU.
Yeah. You mentioned Vernon a few times. What is it about him that you think separates him?
I'm not the biggest NFL Vernon Hargraves fan, but in college, I say it was his ball skills for sure. The way he was able to break on the ball, just his instincts.
Yeah.
He had like some insane instincts, bro, and just his quick twitch was insane, bro. He was coming in and out of
He was
everything
so
like
good.
receivers.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He's able to read quarterbacks. Not a lot of people in college truly know how to do that. But, I mean, if you watch him, he's staring down the quarterback's eyes, reading the 3-step, breaking on slants and stuff. Like, that was him. So,
Yeah. There's been some dogs at Florida recently. We were just talking about Kyle Pitts.
yeah, Kyle Pitts is crazy.
He's projected, top 5, 6, 7?
Kyle
For
Pitts
sure,
is crazy.
somewhere in the top
What's
10.
it- And you said Van Jefferson was crazy too. What's the other receiver?
Oh, Kadarius Toney.
Kadarius
Yes.
Toney.
Yeah, I want your take on all those dudes.
Kyle Pitts he was good, bro. He's like a man amongst boys almost. Like he's very big receiver, but he knows how, or very big tight end, I guess, but he moves like a receiver, He can control his body real well. He's pretty decent when it comes to getting in and out of his breaks, but I mean, if he's even with a receiver, it's over with.
Yeah,
If he
it's
if,
over with.
Just throw
even
it
if
up to him.
if he's getting phased out, they're throwing that back shoulder and he's boxing him out. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of hard to stop a guy like that. The next level, I'm definitely excited to see what he's gonna do. I mean, it's gonna be a little bit harder for him to go up. Every corner in the NFL is 6'1", for the most part.
Yeah.
For the most part, all the elite ones are over. They have some height to them, so
Mm-hmm.
it'll be interesting to see him go against some of these bigger safeties and corners in the NFL. But he was real good. KT's crazy. I mean,
The human joystick.
to be honest, I never had a hard time covering KT, but he's a really good player.
So you like covering smaller receivers, huh?
It's way easier to me.
I've always wondered that. Like I hate big corners, long corners. Like
Yeah.
they're the toughest. The dude from South Carolina, he's like 6'4".
J.C. Horn.
No,
Is he?
Yeah.
I almost went
Ishma-
to South Carolina.
Oh, for real?
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That dude's like 6'4", bro. Like
He's
dude's-
a legit. he's a legit 6'4".
Yeah,
too.
like he
he
stuck
might-
his line.
might be-
It's so hard from a
Bro, he
quarterback's
stuck his
perspective
arms-
too.
He can literally stick his
Yeah.
arms across the ball.
It's so
and
tough.
Oh, you
stand
played
up.
against him, huh?
Yeah.
His freshman year.
Yeah, he.
Okay.
I think it was
Or
a
sophomore year. Yeah,
His
so
This is the
sophomore
year he had
year.
3 picks against.
Against Georgia.
just
That was
Georgia.
his sophomore year. Yeah,
Yeah.
my freshman year.
Yeah, that is good. I've always hated like longer corners, and usually like 6'1", 6 like
Yeah.
even 6 foot a little bit. Like that's a pretty big corner, and they got a little bit of speed. I mean, you can't really do anything with
It's
that.
such an advantage.
Yeah.
Even from a quarterback's
Exactly.
perspective, you're almost shutting down half the field.
Right.
Like the toughest corner, well, 2. I would say Jawan Williams at Vanderbilt, just because of how lanky he was. I don't know if you heard him. He went second round to the Patriots. I want to say 2 years ago. He's going on year 3 in the league.
Yeah.
He's with the Pats. He was my teammate, so just going against him every day in practice. And then DeAndre Baker at Georgia.
Oh yeah, DeAndre could go too. I liked him at Georgia.
Yeah.
He is really
You know, watching tape throughout the week.
He didn't really pan out.
Well, he had the whole
He was-
incident where he had a robbery or something.
But
He got
still,
in
like
trouble.
he didn't even have like a great rookie year, did he?
I don't think so. He went first round though. I'm
Really?
talking about straight
Just
junior
straight
senior
baller.
year at Georgia. I didn't see him get beat a
Mhm.
single time on tape.
I often see that though. Like, honestly, a lot of corners that I know of in the league come from like these weird small schools. Like, it's not always like the corner from like a really big school, right?
because they peak, bro.
Is that what it is? Like, and like
I
you
feel
see a
like-
corner like in college that's really good, and it gets at leaks. Like sometimes like they're
There's always a setback for
yeah
the most part.
yeah
For the
no
most
that's what I'm
part.
saying. Like it's not like always like we stick him in there and he goes crazy. Like there's really like a I don't know. There's a huge adjustment period. I don't know. Like maybe that's the toughest. That's the toughest
Yeah,
one
bro.
to transition to in the league because also the rules, right?
To be honest, I think a lot of that comes from a lot of people just getting too complacent with the place that they're in, bro. Because I'm gonna use my guy Darnay for example. Darnay went 4th round, but he started he started as a rookie he was an all rookie. He made the all rookie team for the Giants. Everything,
Right.
bro. Like you know what I'm saying. He stepped in for Baker like nothing. So I feel like you take a guy like him. He didn't have all the hype that a lot of these other guys have coming out. So it kind of, it made him keep his head down and just work. I feel like a lot of guys get to the top. I'm projected to be a top 3. I'm projected to be a top 15 pick. If you're one of the top 3 or 4 corners, you're gonna go in the first round. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So you get guys like that, and they come out and they get real complacent with what they're doing. You got agents. I feel like that's another thing too. You got agents giving 21-year-olds
$80,000, $100,000
shoot
in
$200,000.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You got Jamar Chase be walking around with his mouth is busted down, fam. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, you give people like you give younger kids a lot of money,
Yeah.
and it can make them feel like they accomplished a lot.
I feel like you made it already.
exactly, but in reality, you didn't
Yeah.
make it yet.
Bro.
You know what I'm saying? So
That-
I feel like a lot of people just have it's all a mindset to me, bro. I feel like a lot of people kind of carry the wrong mindset with things, and it kind of makes them fall off when they get to the NFL.
It's
Damn.
tough to keep that edge, that same mentality that got you there. Because I felt that a little bit on a different extent, right? Not talking about the NFL, but
Yeah, I was gonna say, when did you feel
well, okay, I'll explain it. Coming from junior college and then chill out,
that? Bro, we
Chill
just
out.
went from
Chill
Jamar
out.
Chase
Chill
to
out.
you. Like,
Chill
I'm
out.
not
It's-
saying like
it's the same idea though. all right?
No,
Let me explain
I'm
it.
just saying. He just talked about Jamar Chase with bands, and then we go from
Bro,
first
I'm
round,
not-
second
I'm not
round. We
talking
go from you
about
like,
money,
yeah, bro, I
bro.
felt that.
Let me get
Like,
some more of that grape juice.
exactly. That grape juice. Yeah.
All right, let me explain this to you, all right? And then you let All right, so what I was getting at was coming from junior college, I played in the Jayhawk Conference in Kansas, which to me is the most challenging junior college conference in college football. Or
Easily.
Junior college football, what that is. Right, it's Last Chance U, like everyone's watched that.
Yeah, my boy's at Garden City right now.
Oh, for real?
Yep.
Okay, yeah, so they're in our conference, right? It's all D1 guys.
Yeah.
And the level of work ethic that I had and my teammates had to get out of that situation, to me, is unparalleled because you're stuck in a very small town in the middle of the country, farmland, few thousand people
Yuck.
in the entire town. There's 2-3 stoplights in Coffeyville, Kansas. There's no CVS. There's no pharmacy. I pull up.
No baddies.
Nobody.
Probably none.
Probably a few, actually.
So day one,
Right,
I
thick.
pull up, at the hotel. I'm staying.
bad, bro.
I'm staying there at front desk, and I think I needed something from like a CVS, like Advil or something. I said like, "Hey, ma'am, where's where's the nearest CVS?" She's like, "Yeah, we don't have that here. You're gonna have to go to the nearest gas station."
Oh,
so like
no.
everything you need, you go to the gas station.
Oh, no.
Walmart's the biggest. You shop anything you need, you go to Walmart.
You don't shop at Walmart.
I had to. And Walmart's a
I
really
love
big deal for
Walmart.
those towns. All right, so long story short, I go from this town, and all you know is grind because you're trying to get out and you're trying to put up numbers. And I'm watching highlight tapes of college football players at big D1 schools. I'm like, I'm going to be there. That's my goal. And then I go to Vanderbilt, and I'm playing in the SEC. And you get that little inkling in your head where it's like, wow, I really made it. These facilities are different. These are world class, or not world class, because it's Vanderbilt, right? But relative to where I came from, man, we're preparing to play Ole Miss, Florida, Kentucky on a regular basis.
Yeah.
We have a training facility. We're in Nashville, Tennessee, which to me is one of my favorite cities in the country.
Nash Vegas.
And you spend a week or two kind of thinking, I've gotten to this point, and you start to get some playing time, and you're like, okay, like I can do this. And then you remember, okay, how did I get here in the first place? And it's that same work ethic that I had early mornings, late nights in Coffeyville, Kansas, when the lights on the field are off, and I'm just by myself, or me and my roommate or whatever in the dark, just doing ladder drills and doing sprints.
That's a real
Nice,
movie right there, bro.
That's what I'm saying. But how do you maintain that same mindset once you already feel like you got there? I understand I didn't. That's or any point. Because even at USC, you can say the same thing. If you're a 5-star recruit and all this, and then now I'm at USC, I got a little playing time. I'm the guy. You read your name in the articles and people talking about you. I'm sure that same thing has gone through your head and a lot of people's. Yeah,
definitely, bro. So like with me, I kind of speak about that just because now that I think about it, I kind of feel like I did have that kind of mentality when I came back to SC. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna lie, bro. When I went to Florida, coming back to SC, to me at the time, I'm still supposed to be in high school, and I'm moving on to my second college because I graduated high school early.
Yeah.
So for me, it was like, what's the easiest way to say this? I guess you could say I felt like the SEC may have been a little bit more. I felt like the SEC was a little bit more advanced than the Pac-12. So at the time, I felt like I was kind of taking a step back almost. Mm-hmm. So coming here, I kind of felt I kind of did get the big head. I walked on, or I came here, and it was like I walked on campus like I'm the big dog. Everybody, I know I'm gonna play, but then reality kind of sunk in. I got here, and it was like, all right, fall camp's kicking around. I got in trouble I did some stupid freshman shit. Got in trouble, and I dropped from first string to fourth string during camp, and I had to end up working my way back up.
Oh my
all because of a little dumb mistake, because I thought I was bigger than what I really was.
Yeah. You
know what I'm saying? So it kind of took even just that one little event, bro. It kind of work when you get everything taken from you. Even though I didn't really get anything taken from me, it's just that's all I needed, bro. That's literally all I needed. Yeah. All I needed was for coach to tell me you're not starting anymore during spring ball because you made one bad decision. You know what I'm saying? Now you got to work I didn't end up starting until game 3. I could have got those 2 extra games in. Right. But I want to say against Fresno State, I played 12 snaps. Against Stanford, I had 15, and I remember that shit, bro, vividly. That I'm used to not coming off the field. So I mean, I definitely had that mindset where it was I thought I made it, and obviously I didn't. Right. So I mean, this past offseason heading into my sophomore year, I kind of had to remember my why, remember what got me to where I was, just like you did. So I feel you, bro. But I mean, it's all the mentality, if you're able to wake up and remember your why every day, remember why you're doing it and what got you this far, then I don't think it's really too hard at all to kind of keep that same mindset. Cause I've been able to do it. Shit, I mean, I'm not making millions of dollars yet, but I don't know. I feel like everything's just a stepping stone. Because to me, it's bigger than the NFL, too. So I feel like my mindset is just different from just that alone.
When you say it's bigger than the NFL, what do you mean by that?
Bro, I saw Kanye made $6.4 billion. I can't do that in the NFL. I'm going to need to do a lot more than that. So, It doesn't just stop with football with me. You know, there's a lot of
About
other shit that I want to.
Leveraging your brand for something bigger.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Not only that, Kanye was like 54 million in debt like 4 years ago too. So it's crazy
Yeah.
how he's turned that shit around.
No,
Man.
So that's all cap.
Real.
That listen to this.
You don't think he was really in debt?
No,
No.
technically he's in debt. So when they said that 54 million net worth, it was just assets minus liabilities, right? And so basically Kanye might have $100,000 loan on, some like on a project, and knowing Kanye, probably paying like maybe a 0.5 interest rate or something like that, or 1% APR, but the asset's actually earning more cash than what he's paying in interest. So he's making more money than than how much he's paying.
Mhm.
So it's just a whole assets minus liability thing. So
No, I'm
so
with you.
So the 54 million in debt was like, come on, Kanye.
So you're saying it just
It was only like 30 million in debt. You're right.
or 30 million debt. It just like sometimes like when you gotta filter that when you hear that.
Right.
It's just an assets minus liability equation.
You're
Right?
saying it's a matter of just liquidating assets.
Yeah, it's like
Or
it's like
any
real
true
estate
businessman is
or-
over leveraged like that, and is
yeah, exactly.
yeah,
Exactly.
You're
gonna be
leveraged
able-
like that anyways. Like
look at you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Trust me, I'm with you. But
Yeah.
me thinking Kanye, different story. But
Yeah.
No, but I saw the billions though, and that was crazy.
Yeah.
mhm.
Like that's
Well,
pretty
I like how
amazing.
you're thinking bigger too, because that's what we were talking about with Drake when we got him on here.
Oh yeah.
Just the power of his platform, and the opportunity that guys like us have here at USC and draft hopefuls and NFL hopefuls. That window's open, and so someone just walked by and was like, "Hey, are you Drake London?" Like took a selfie with him, and it was perfect timing almost, because we were talking about his brand, and some dude just walks by, and I think there's a book that I'm reading now. It's called "Athletes Are Brands Too." I don't know if you've heard of it.
I have. Yeah.
You read it?
I didn't read it.
Oh, you've
but
heard of it?
I have heard of it.
Yeah. So it just talks about there's a lot of case studies where it talks a lot about a guy like Jay-Z who's made a fraction of his net worth in music, but he's been able to parlay that into investments in,
He just cashed
outside
out
companies.
again, bro.
Right, he just cashed out
What
again.
did he cash out again
And-
on?
It was another platform.
Oh, is it Tidal?
I think so.
Oh yeah,
it's
Tidal got
Tidal.
bought about some.
Mhm.
Yeah, he just did something with Tidal.
Tidal.
That's the thing though.
Which-
Like once you get to that level though, I feel like, and same thing with like LeBron. Like anything you put your hand on,
LeBron.
like the value accretes. Like it's not.
Yeah,
Like,
just
you
by,
don't even,
by
you don't even
virtue
ha-
of
yeah,
investing
you don't
in
even have
it.
to be. You don't
Yeah.
even have to be a great.
But how many
investor at that
LeBron
point.
and Jay-Z's are there versus the guys
Oh,
underneath?
that's right. Sorry.
Versus the guys underneath
Oh,
them
Square
who
bought
can-
Tidal.
For
Dorsey.
297
That's Jack Dorsey,
million.
right? The dude that.
Yeah, Dorsey.
297
Twitter-
million.
Yeah, we talked about Dorsey.
Yeah,
So
we-
I have a question, like, and I pretty much ask everyone that comes on here is like, what? So you're drafted first round, and you're 15th overall pick, and I just put $300,000 in your hand. Like, what are you doing with it? Because you got to remember, like, you're not getting your first game check until you play that game. You know about that? Like the NFL, like a lot of people don't really know. I didn't know, at least. Is like,
Yeah.
it's split up in 17 game checks, and unless your contract's guaranteed, like you don't get that 1/17 of the game check that week. You get the 1/17 of maybe IR or practice squad. So I mean, you're making $36,000 a week on a rookie contract, or $15,000 after taxes. But like, it's actually 1/17. I didn't realize that. I don't know if you knew that, but say I put $300,000 in your hand. Like, what are you doing with it?
Like, what's gonna be my first big
Your
purchase?
first, your second, your third, your investment. Like,
So me, I don't know, bro. $300,000 isn't a lot of money.
that's actually a really good answer.
So
I mean, that's the best answer.
Yeah.
No disrespect to everyone.
Drake?
Wait, who was it? Drake. He was like,
Drake said he was gonna buy like 4 cars.
he's gonna be broke as
He said
hell.
buying everybody a car
Yeah.
except himself. He said
Except for
except himself.
him, which is nice of him, but it's tough. It's tough with the contract.
I mean, if the number was 300,000, to be honest, bro, there's not really much I would be able to. There's not much I would really be able to do and still be able to live comfortably, as comfortable as I would want to. So I'd say when I'm settled in the league, once my second contract hits, that's when I'm gonna start splurging on the shit that I really want. Obviously, year 2, I'm gonna want a nice car. So,
Yeah.
I'll probably get like I'll probably get a Hellcat. I'm not going I8 yet.
You getting a
but
Hellcat? Yeah, that's what McCole got. You know McCole Harvin?
I don't think so.
The receiver for the Chiefs.
You're definitely gonna have to cover him at some point.
What's his name?
McCole Harmon.
Went
I
to
don't
Georgia.
think so.
Starts for him, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. He gets a lot of playing time.
Yeah.
Plays a lot.
He got that Hellcat. Hellcat,
Oh, yeah.
it's just too loud for me, bro. Like,
Bro,
super
hella loud, but I like it.
You like
it a
that?
lot?
I can't stand that. I
I'm
like
not-
smooth,
Reflects
like
his
quiet.
personality.
Yeah,
But
it
if I don't
Very
do
true.
if I don't go Hellcat, I'm gonna have to go X6 BMW.
That's cold.
Yeah,
My buddy just bought that.
that's gonna have to.
Hey,
be
Hey, is the
my
X6
first car.
the sedan version?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the black.
that
oh,
shit's fire,
yeah,
bro.
he just got the black on black.
It's like
Ferg just
that.
bought that.
It's like
Like
that
about
ramped
it?
up
Yeah.
Mercedes they do, where it's kind
Exactly.
of like
yeah.
beast mode.
It's like the GLEs.
Ferg just bought that. It's
And
like,
the Beamers they're better than the Mercedes version of it.
Oh hell yeah, they look way better for sure.
Well, I don't mean to backtrack, but your one freshman mistake, is that something you can talk about, or you don't want to go down that road?
golly. Talk about backtrack.
Yeah, I mean,
Get that in the back of his head.
I was waiting.
yeah, I don't see why not. I mean, I definitely feel like it's something that that helped me get to where I am right now.
You can say no too. Ain't no thing at all.
Nah, so basically freshman year we had during camp we had to stay in some dorms and stuff, and I feel like there's probably a lot of younger kids that watch this show too. So this is
it's a learning experience.
yeah, exactly. It's
Yeah,
really
yeah,
a
yeah.
learning experience.
Yeah.
I made a stupid mistake when I was younger or my freshman year, but I basically just snuck out of the dorm rooms when I was supposed to. It was real strict. We were supposed to all stay in our rooms. Coach made it very clear, let us know that the year before, one of my other teammates, he had actually did the same thing with somebody else. So he told us not to do it. I still didn't want to, just thought I was bigger than what I was. And so I decided it was going to be a good idea to leave the dorm room that they told us not to leave and go back to my apartment. And then
When is this?
my
This
freshman
freshman
year
year.
during fall camp.
Oh, during fall camp.
Yeah, bro. Fall
Isn't
camp.
that big of a deal though?
Definitely. Right? When they're making the entire team stay somewhere and then one person
We never
decides
did that at
Yeah, I
Vanderbilt.
guess we never did that. We never did that
Yeah.
wherever I was.
Everyone's
so.
in the same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
you
you
guys
just-
didn't do that?
Nah.
Yeah, I
We
don't
can
know
stay
why.
wherever we
We didn't do that last year either, or
Probably
because
'cause
of
of
COVID,
COVID,
probably.
yeah.
But I don't think we're doing it this year either because of COVID. But yeah, so I basically snuck out. Next day, Coach Helton came in and was like, "Who snuck out?" Gave us the whole talk, and he was like, either you're gonna step up right now, or you're not
It was one
playing the
of
rest of
those.
spring ball. I was like, damn, it was me and one other person, but I'm not even gonna say his name. We both walked up there, took complete responsibility for my actions, and then I had a punishment every single day after practice for the rest of spring ball or for the rest of fall camp.
Are you kidding me?
Bro, it
How
was-
long? How much more time did you have of?
Bro, this was like day 3, so I had another week. Bro, I had another week and a half, bro.
Fall camp is hard as it is.
Bro,
Punishment
fam.
on top of fall camp?
Fam, the first day wasn't even the hardest day, and I had
Yeah.
to bear. You know how it is. I had to
Yeah.
bear crawl from that very back, like the opposite side of the turf field, like from that wall on by the turf field all the way to the wall, like where the pool is.
No.
Bear crawl, wall to wall, twice up and back.
Wait, that stretches 2 different football fields.
Yeah,
After
That's-
after practice.
After practice.
after practice,
probably-
meetings, everything. Like,
And every day.
I had to do that every day, but it was something different. Like the next day, I had to do like some worse, bro. One day that I'm pretty sure they made me do like rolls,
The
like,
rolls get you.
200
Rolls get
yards.
you. You
You
know,
just
like
roll on your.
you roll on your side,
How does that mess you
so
up?
you get dizzy.
You
get dizzy?
Yeah, you
Fuck,
try rolling
yeah.
100 yards.
That's more disrespectful, if anything.
Yeah,
Bro,
no, it's not
disrespect-
hard. It's it's
yeah.
just not.
That was the whole point.
You
It
get
was
dizzy.
like, yeah,
Rude.
bro,
Yeah,
that's-
no,
dizzy.
that actually make me mad.
Bro,
It's
it-
kinda
Like at
petty,
this point,
yeah.
like you're
It
being
did
kinda
make me
abusive.
mad,
Like,
but
that's
what-
not even cool.
But what can you say? Your head coach
I'm not
just
gonna
told
say
you.
anything, but like I'm just
Yeah.
thinking in the back of my head, like
Yeah.
it's not an exercise to
I've
get
had
me
to do
stronger
those.
or
Coach
anything like that.
Mason's-
You're making me roll. Like
Coach
that's
Mason's made us
dumb.
do that
Oh,
Coach Mason.
from Vandy. You know Coach
oh
Mason?
yes, he
Yeah.
definitely does. No,
Coach Mason. Yeah, I went to school with his daughter. I went to school
Oh,
at
at
Mackenzie
Florida.
too. Yeah.
Okay.
But Coach Mason recruited me out of high school as well.
Can you pause it?
There's no pause. We can just edit it out.
Yeah. Or you can ask that. I know what you got. I know what you're trying to get down. You can ask afterwards
He's
if you
like,
want to.
How
To
well
answer
do you
your
know?
question, yes.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
No.
Wow.
Yeah.
Dangerous man. Dangerous man.
Bro, But
Hey,
we'll talk about this after. Bro. She's
But we
crazy.
had a teammate that dated his daughter as well.
How do you feel
She has
about
two.
that?
He has two daughters, right?
Yeah.
The one,
Bro, can we change the subject?
it's fine. We're not naming names.
Yeah.
All right.
It's
But
well, hey,
yeah,
we
yeah,
could go.
And it could get edited out.
Oh, yeah,
it's all
yeah.
good.
So full circle though on because you said that just the having to be dumped down to the fourth string for fall ball was enough to kick you back up and get your hunger back. But now, Sharon, your punishment, you think your punishment had something to do like you're doing that for what, almost 2 weeks every day after practice? Like that lets that sink a little bit harder.
I feel like the punishment kind of made me grow up a little bit more, but I wouldn't say it brought back any like hunger that kind of left me. I'd say it kind of just made me realize that, college is a lot. You have to have extreme discipline in college if you want to be successful. You can't get away with the little things because, like in high school, I'm not going to lie, bro. In high school, it's a lot easier when you're one of 2 5-stars on your team to just walk in practice and be like, I don't really want to do 1-on-1s today. Like, I'm just going to play catch with the homie instead. Like, it's way easier to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, in college,
even at a Bosco, though, I feel like y'all, at least from my perspective, outside looking in, and I remember seeing a team that, like, y'all had, like, boys. You always have boys.
Bro, I don't know why people think my team was just this team full of thousands of 5-stars.
No, that's
bro.
how
I
from
mean,
the
it's
outside.
you
there's
and the
literally,
number
like-
one quarterback in the country. So
Yeah,
Yeah,
in two completely different classes.
Yeah, I think they
still
just
play with
lumped
them.
together. But I just
Yeah,
remember a
that's true.
specific year, though. Maybe you guys had, like, dude going to, like, Cal, SC, like, Bama, like, maybe a big old
Oh.
Samoan lineman or something like that.
Bro, wait, what year did you graduate high school?
2015.
2015. So
Maybe
your
it was-
sophomore year, maybe 2013, we won
Yeah.
the national championship.
Yeah,
We
that
had
team.
Jaleel Wadud go to UCLA. We had like 3 dudes go to SC, a dude go to UW. But
Yeah.
nah,
There must have been a big Samoan lineman or something like that.
Oh, Damian Mama.
Yeah.
But maybe you're talking about my sophomore, the year we won state. We had Wyatt Davis, who's projected to go like top 10 now. He was at Ohio State. We had Jaden Woodby on that team.
Yeah.
Who ended up, he was the number 1 safety in the country. He went to Ohio State. I was on that team. We had, we had like 8 people committed to D1 schools.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, it's that team. So from the outside looking in, I'm like, dang, these dudes, like,
it's a big program.
it's a big problem. Like, these dudes in practice, like, they're going
They're
at
going at it.
Yeah.
Well, I'd say, what high school did you go to?
Dillard. That's the one I graduated from in Fort Lauderdale.
Dillard. Okay, yeah. I don't know.
Never heard of her.
What?
Hey, we have a few national championships.
St. Thomas.
No, they're-
Did you
yeah.
play
So
against St. Thomas?
that's our rival.
Okay, so
Is that really your rival?
Yeah, so
honestly,
we're
bro,
real close next to each other.
I'd say I'd compare like Bosco in modern day to St. Thomas Aquinas and Dillard. Then,
Yeah.
I don't know. If
Probably
they-
closer to St. Thomas because they take a lot of, like, Dillard's the public school and St. Thomas takes a lot of our recruits.
Okay, yeah. So I played against St. Thomas my junior year. We were
Did y'all beat
definitely,
them?
bro. No, we lost in.
Your junior
If
year.
That
My
settles the
jun-
debate then.
Yeah, no, DJ, bro. If DJ played that game, we would, bro. They scored.
he was
they
out.
scored 6
Oh,
points.
Yeah, you definitely would never won.
They scored 6 points. If DJ would have played that game, we would have won.
Yeah.
Wait, so you guys got shut out. You're
Right.
saying St. Thomas scored 6? Did
They
you guys have a
scored-
field
Wait, it
goal?
was 6 to
scored-
0?
It was 9-6.
Wow.
That's a good game.
All field goals?
Ew.
No, they scored a touchdown. Couldn't get the extra point. Couldn't get the. They went for 2. Couldn't get the 2,
Okay.
and then they kicked the field goal. Yeah.
Who was on that St. Thomas team? Was it Trayvon Grimes? You know Trayvon, right?
Yeah. Nah, Trayvon wasn't on that team. He was
already at
graduated-
Florida?
Nah, he was at
Or he was at
Ohio
Ohio State.
State.
He was at Ohio State.
They
Elijah
had-
Moore was probably on that
Elijah.
team.
I
Did you
strapped-
cover Elijah?
He's
You strapped him?
crazy.
He didn't have a catch on me.
Wow.
Well, he is a smaller receiver, though, and that's what
Yeah.
he
So
did.
you like,
Bro, I'm telling-
That's
I don't
the
know
real
why-
circle back.
Bro, I don't know why.
What?
Usually,
what I said?
ahead.
Yeah,
with the-
usually it's tougher. I mean, I don't know.
He's
Usually
quick. He's a good player, though. What do you think about him? He just
Solid.
Nah, he's really good. I mean, I guarded him in high school. I strapped him in high school.
yeah.
If I guarded him again, I'm pretty sure I strap him again. But
Hey.
Bro, this is
I
the
like
corner
that.
talking.
but
bro.
I'd love,
I love that.
I'd
I
love to
love
get
that.
some working with him. though. He's a really good player for sure.
No, I was saying the real circle back was break down for us why you like to guard smaller receivers versus bigger receivers.
He can't give you all his secrets, bro. 'cause
Yeah, I can.
People gonna come back to the podcast and be like, "Oh,
So I'd say the reason I like guarding smaller receivers is just because I'm I'm like almost OD strong for a corner, a sophomore corner heading into the junior year. So, I mean, when I go against a smaller guy, it's real easy for me to like, if I get hands on, if I get my hands in the right position, then the route's shut down. But if I'm going against Drake London or Brew McCoy, it's
those
like
are big guys. Yeah,
bro, they
running through that. Yeah,
exactly. They're one step, and I have a harder time going against people who get straight into the route. I could go against somebody who's doing
I was
all
gonna
this.
ask you about that.
You know what I'm saying?
Who's trying to play with you? Because
Yeah.
I honestly, like a lot of high school receivers now too, and this is probably good for them to hear. Like it's more like 1, 2, 3, like hop, 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 like just trying to do a ton of stuff at the line instead of just going into the route.
Exactly.
Like, and some of the best receivers, at least that I've seen, even like Tyreek, he does none of that. I mean,
Goes right
he's special.
Yeah.
But it's always like I'm right into my route. Like I'm always attacking a corner.
Devontae Adams, same thing.
Exactly.
Devontae Adams a little finesse, but he's bigger too.
Yeah, he's a bigger guy.
He's a bigger too, so he can get away with certain stuff.
Exactly. And
Yeah.
I think that's what it is. I feel like the smaller receivers, they can't really, I mean, it's hard to get away with, all the little moves at the line of scrimmage. It doesn't really do much. But when you got a 6'2", 220-pound receiver like Brew in front of you, and he's, slowly gaining ground as he's making all these moves at you, it's like, oh, shit, this dude's like, he's right in my face.
Yeah.
You got a smaller dude, it's easy to stay patient, not give no ground, just read and react, shoot my hands.
Shoot
like,
your hands.
I know I'll be able to kind of handle him a little bit more opposed to going against a bigger dude. It's like he's eating up my cushion. It's kind of like you get in fight or flight mode.
So what can a smaller receiver do to make it hard on a corner? Like especially like you, like the longer corner, that's like the standard now.
So this past offseason, heading into the sophomore season, I was training with TJ Husmanzada, and
Bro, we saw him at the park, bro.
Yeah,
Is he always at the park over here? What's that? Bro, we saw him at that. Bro, he's always at the park training receivers, huh? What is he
You're
wear?
talking
Like
about in the
big
valley.
long shorts?
bro, big ass shorts, yeah,
Told you.
big ass.
I told you that was him. Bro, wait.
No,
That was
TJ
in the valley. That was
He
in the
looks like
valley.
It was in
like
the-
he looks bummy.
It
Like
probably was in the valley because he trains. Bro, he trains.
Like,
He doesn't
look-
train at a facility. He trains at
Yeah,
parks.
it's
but
just
like,
he looks kind of like bummy. Like
hey, you got my guy TJ, man.
no, but I saw him and I was like, bro, that can't be him. Look
It
at
looked
him.
like
I'm like,
him. It
bro,
looked
that
like
is
him.
him.
I've actually
bro.
told him about his big ass shorts before.
Bro,
He's
big
kinda
old
wearing-
shorts, bro.
Bro,
I'm
he
like,
does wear
yo,
some
that's
big
him.
shorts. Yeah, no, it was probably definitely him. TJ trains. All right, so
Keelan Doss, right?
he trains a lot of people.
trains a lot of
bro.
people.
So when I was getting it in with him, it was the sessions I was going to was John Ross,
Sheesh.
Victor Bowden.
Oh, is that the dude from Ohio State?
He went to Oregon State. He plays for
Oregon State.
the Lions right
Okay.
now. Vic is pretty good, big special teams guy.
Mm-hmm.
And then it was Chase Claypool and Pitt.
Yeah,
So I kind of had 2 and 2. I had Vic.
Yeah.
Vic's probably 5'9", 170. Everybody knows about John Ross's size and speed. So I mean, going against them two, kind of, they're elite receivers. They've been in the league for a decent amount of time now. So I feel like going against them, they have a lot more knowledge, or a little bit more knowledge. So they were really, you could tell they've gone against bigger corners and they know how to defeat it because they were just getting into the routes opposed to doing all that little stuff at the line. It was really just stick and go. And I feel like a lot of receivers they want you to commit to a side, but when you're going against a patient corner, it doesn't really work. So I mean, if you're able to get into your route and just use your speed, that's gonna help more than anything.
So they're sticking. But I'm saying if they're sticking and going, you're just shooting an arm, and you got their hand on the shoulder. So there has to be something else that they're doing to threaten you because otherwise
it definitely is. But I think it comes. I don't know, bro. Like, so the way John runs his routes, it's hard to get a hand on him, bro. He's
so fast.
he's not tiny either. He's kind of
and
like,
he's not. He's not necessarily the smallest guy, but
Yeah.
Vic's not that big, but Vic is like very, very, very explosive, and he has like an insane quick twitch. So
it's like, and he's out.
Exactly, bro. So it's like with him, it's one step, but his one step isn't the same as a 6'2" receiver's one step.
Yeah.
His one step is, I'm stepping in and I'm getting under you. If you shoot your hand, I'm going right under. Like, he's dipping right under my arm. Yeah,
Let you know.
it was different.
Who are some guys you've played in, really any high school, at Florida here at SC that you kind of have that level of respect for? Not that he got you necessarily, but like, man, this guy's a dude kind of thing, you know, like maybe like a best receiver you've played against kind
Like
of
a
thing.
real recognized real.
Yeah, you know, like
At Florida, at Florida, I definitely go with the person that gave me the hardest time was Van. Van
he's
is
with the Rams now, right?
yeah, bro.
And he
Van
went
is
crazy,
ins-
too.
Yeah.
bro. Like Van is very elite. He's like I don't know. I used to call Van like the guru, bro. He was like, I want to say Van was in his 5th year when I got to SC.
Oh, so he was seasoned.
Yes,
He was-
exactly.
yeah,
And
he was
Van's
riding you
dad
up.
I don't think a lot of people know this, but Van's dad was an NFL coach too, NFL receiver coach.
Wow.
So you know he,
You got
bro,
everything.
yeah, he had the ins
That's
and
an
outs. You know what I'm
incredible
saying?
advantage.
Yeah, bro. So I mean, Van was different. He definitely got all my respect.
Who's
And
the most overrated?
the most overrated
Yeah,
receiver
we would know.
that I've gone against?
Or you look, or it doesn't even have to be like you gone against, or you look at him and be like,
My
in the
freshman
league-
year, he was pretty good, but my sophomore year, Frank Darby from Arizona
Where
State.
did Arizona State.
Yeah,
Is he in the
He
league
was-
now?
he's going to the league.
Okay.
He was very good my freshman year,
Yeah.
or I was
Low-key,
just
Arizona
or
State
I was
was
just
some
very
shit.
young. I think I was just very young. I don't
Yeah.
think he was that good. I was just young.
What about in the league when you like look at somebody like any of those guys who are just like, man, like if I was out there, I'm strapping them. like these corners, I don't know what they're
This is
doing.
2019.
Yeah,
Okay, yeah.
Arizona State's got some
Darby.
receivers, low key.
He had a touch.
they
Yeah, he had a
some
touchdown on me
dudes.
this year.
Did he?
You're
Yeah.
not gonna show up on this, are you?
Nah, I probably will. That was the only touchdown I gave up all year though. My freshman year.
Oh, yeah, he's talking mess too.
And
So
I
y'all
can
was
tell
going
you
at- y'all
exactly
were
what I
going
did
at
to
it.
you. Just passed it. It was on a glance route, and I gave up too much ground in the red zone.
Oh, let me see this. He's going crazy on UCLA. Oh, this is
It's
you
right
right
here.
here.
This is
Yep,
us
it's
right
right
here.
here.
Is it up you bottom of the screen?
Yeah,
Oh,
bro. Look.
Oh.
Gave up too much
Oh
ground in
no!
the red zone.
Oh, my bad, my
we gotta
bad,
go
my
back.
bad.
We gotta break that down, bro.
I say we
Yeah,
need a
let's break
justice
it down.
breakdown. We
It's
need a
justice
justice
breakdown.
breakdown.
It's been
break it
all
down.
good stuff with you.
Let's break. Let's
All
break
right,
it
so
down,
this is cover zero.
bro.
This is
all
cover
right,
zero. You're on an island.
I'm locked
Yeah,
up,
this
and
is
I'm
just you.
But this is not your fault though. So this is not your fault because you're going a straight cover zero blitz. You don't expect for the quarterback to have too much time. Your linebackers were a little late blitzing right here. I'm dead serious, right? And I feel like cover zero at least.
It's tough.
You're
And you're
supposed to be
playing
sa-
off.
You're playing.
too.
Yeah, you
Well,
gotta
no,
no
you're
help.
you have to play
No
off
help.
cover zero.
This is what I say.
You're
I
7
say
8 yards off.
I can't put it on anybody but me, because if you started,
Oh,
can you
yeah,
start
you're
from
right.
the beginning.
You're right. You gotta say that. Oh, this
All
is
right, so
fire
look,
zone actually.
I'm starting at the where am I?
You're
I'm at the
7 8
7-yard
yards
line.
off. You gotta be 7 8 yards off.
All right, I'm at the 8-yard line.
Yep.
I'm at the 8-yard line. I should still be at the 8-yard line when he gets to the
Exactly.
10 yards.
You don't move anywhere.
I'm not supposed to move
You're
till
not
he's
supposed to
3 yards.
move.
So he's 2 yards
But why did you move?
because I was young and
So
unexperienced.
here's
And
he's
then
at
you
the
turned your
8.
hips too.
Yeah.
I turned my hips thinking he was gonna run a fade because he was at the bottom of
So
the
he
numbers.
sold the fade. He sold,
Sold
the,
the
go.
fade,
Yeah.
hit me with a stick,
Wait, go back.
And
You,
that was
wait, you
just
thought he
enough.
was gonna run a fade right there?
bro. I was young and unexperienced.
Yeah, that's honestly
Yeah.
it. Like as you know more
Well,
and
you have
more.
no safety back there too, and so
Well, look, and he kind of.
he stemmed inside.
it's a good route.
And he pushed it. He pushed it vertical, and he could have ran for the fade like he said.
Yeah,
But he knew. I mean, he was breaking on the post the whole time.
Yeah.
But
Now looking at it now, the route was shitty.
yeah, I was gonna say,
But,
bro.
you know, I was just unexperienced, bro. That's all it was.
Yeah.
and it
I'm
was,
not. I'm
and
not giving him no credit for my inexperience.
But the biggest thing cover zero corner is 7 8 yards. Like you're not giving up anything because you know the timing of the blitz. Like the blitz should get there to the quarterback. By the time he throws it. So that, dang.
Yeah. He didn't
Yeah,
really
that's
put a foot
definitely
in
an
the ground.
inexperience. Oh no,
Yeah, we're not giving
he
up
was talking
any
head
more
to you
of
that
those.
game too.
Nah, he didn't even say anything to me. He was
Really?
talking his shit, but he didn't say.
You don't
anything.
respect corners that don't say. I mean, receivers that don't say anything, do you?
Nah.
Like if they just walk away,
bro,
just
like, yeah, I'm expecting him to say
Like,
something.
you want-
You know,
yeah,
it's
like, bro,
I'm
say
re-
something to
I'm
me,
ready
bro.
for it, bro. I'm ready.
Like, talk
for
to
it.
me.
There are some receivers where we just have that mutual respect for each other. Though, like we don't talk.
I don't know about
More
that.
so on my team, like
That's just friendly.
me and Brew,
Yeah.
and like
You guys are talking.
we battle, bro, but we don't like. I won't say a word to him. I don't.
Oh, you don't talk. Well, 'cause
Nah,
that's your
I've
roommate
been-
too, right? 'Cause
I've been
that's your
playing against
boy.
him since my freshman year.
High school.
Yeah, so it's like I feel like just over time I've just we
You
just
have
have
that
mutual
mutual
respect for
respect.
each other. Yeah,
How were those high school matchups?
bro, crazy. I mean, Kyle and Brew were two of the. I want to say they were like two of the top 3 receivers in the country.
Was
that
Amon
year.
there too?
Who?
Amon.
Yeah.
So it's
bro.
Amon, Kyle, and Brew.
No, so at Bosco it was Amon, Brew, and Osiris St. Brown.
Cyrus.
Yeah, Amon's older
Amon's older
Amon's
brother.
older brother.
How many brothers they got? Equanimous.
Equanimous is the third. Yeah.
Who's Osiris?
Osiris goes to Stanford. That's like
Oh,
the
that's
brother that nobody really talks about.
Yeah.
Damn, we be spitting out
I think
kids.
he's transferring. Right, he's in the portal or something.
I want to say he is,
Or,
but he in
maybe
high
I'm
school,
breaking
bro, he was
news.
elite. Like, I honestly feel like if he would have went to a different school, he would have been fine. He kind of, Stanford. If you're not 6'4",
They're not throwing the ball like that either.
yeah, you know what I'm saying.
It's
He's
pro style.
JJ Arcega-White, so
Yeah, I mean he went off.
he went crazy.
So,
I actually have a question for both of y'all. And this is a rumor that I heard, right? Some dudes, and be careful for the ears that are listening, some guys like to sleep with a girl the night before a game. They say it helps them play better.
They did some science on this
some science.
with some boxers.
you're
They
saying-
did
bro,
science
in
with some
college,
boxers.
it's actually impossible
Yeah.
just because you stay
2
in
nights.
You're staying in a hotel.
you're staying in a hotel. Staying in a hotel the night before, so unless you running some
two nights
risky
before. 2
business,
nights before.
Yeah.
hey, bro,
You
I
can't
ain't risking nothing. After
Yeah.
I got in trouble in fall, I'm not risking anything. But
I mean, bowl games. Like
bowl games, it's
I know
possible.
people when we stay in the hotels that they brought people up.
Oh yeah,
They brought females up.
Oh, for real?
bowl games are definitely possible.
I'm not gonna
I'd
say names, but someone we're very close with.
So yeah, you you don't think it would make you play better? So you never had that experience then?
I couldn't say one way or another.
I mean, if I was going based off of like practice, then
Facts. Go
I
on
would-
practice,
bro.
Go on practice.
I can't do it. I'll be going to practice the next day. My legs feel
you
too
just
loose.
lose your legs.
Legs feel tired, huh?
Bro, legs
your
feel
legs.
tired.
Not really interested. Huh? You're saying,
Not really interested in football. Like, I'm
Kinda
cool.
just-
I'm football today. Like,
I'm just going through the motions.
Well, that's the boxing thing, right? When you're in training camp.
Yeah, bro, we have a teammate. I'm not gonna say his name, but we have a teammate who he saves his sperm, and he's like really big on that, bro.
Really?
Yeah, it helps him.
Yo, that's what I was trying to talk about when we started. Y'all were talking about porn stars earlier.
no, I wasn't.
Justice brought it up.
Yeah, bro.
Wait,
but-
yeah,
Save sperm.
So his
Yeah.
dad is a big boxing trainer.
Mm.
So I don't know if he got it from his dad, but he's real big on just saving his sperm. He has a few.
what do you
reasons.
do with it?
Nah, not like
No,
that.
not
bro.
saving it,
Not like that, bro.
Yo,
Keep,
I'm
keeping
thinking
it.
like,
No,
I'm
no,
thinking
Not
over-
literally saving it.
Nah,
Like
you're talking about
like,
keeping it inside
Oh,
you. Keeping it inside you.
That's why this whole time, bro, I'm looking at y'all like y'all are just normal. Like,
no.
I'm looking at y'all like, are y'all good with this? Like, am I the only one that's like, yo, this is crazy?
Saving
Save
it by
it,
not
bro.
using it.
So
Saving it
he-
by like
So he
keeping it.
doesn't.
God, I'm thinking like, y'all were just normal. Like, yo, like, dude saved his sperm. That's what I'm like.
No,
Oh, this
bro,
is this is crazy.
He saves his sperm like he doesn't let it come
Oh,
out of it. He doesn't let
okay.
it come out of outside of his body.
Oh,
But the reason he does it is because he said it builds up his strength. He feels
I think
stronger.
I think it does.
More testosterone.
It's a
Yeah,
testosterone
exactly.
boost.
It builds
It's a T boost for
it-
sure.
Exactly, it's testosterone booster, so it just keeps him.
He said,
It keeps
yeah,
him
for
nice.
sure.
It keeps him nice and strong, bro. Like I don't know. He said it keeps him nice and energized. He doesn't feel tired.
Really?
He just I don't
Is
know.
there something he does just during the season, or like what's this time?
To be honest, I don't know. So
All year?
Oh,
during the season, he told me I don't know, bro. I don't even know how he does it. Like he does everything, but he just doesn't let his sperm out.
Oh.
So
Whoa.
it's bro.
That's
Exactly.
some masterclass.
You know what I'm
That's some
saying?
masterclass.
You know what I'm saying?
This guy's
You know what I'm
elite,
saying,
yo.
bro.
This dude's elite.
Bro,
This guy's elite.
he's definitely elite. He's
Wow.
definitely elite, bro. I don't know. I don't
Might be
know.
capping too.
Yeah, big
Nah,
cat,
he-
bro.
Okay.
He's so
Bro, he's telling this story,
he's
bro.
so serious. Like
Really?
So you're saying he
Like, he's
pleases
so
women, but
serious.
keeps his finale
yeah,
inside.
he's told. bro, he's told me about how girls like don't like that about him. Like he's
sure
lost
they
girls
don't.
because they're like, what's wrong with you? Like,
Yeah.
you know
Well,
what
they
I'm
think
saying?
it's something
Like,
wrong with them, and yeah, it's a whole other thing.
Yeah.
But no, this is some real deal. Like I was gonna say earlier, you guys were talking about to the young people listening. Do a favor now and stop looking at porn and stop jerking off, and you do yourself a lot better.
Wow.
The truth.
Top advice from Bolin.
No, I
Sign me up.
no, that's actually.
I've never heard that.
I heard it was a myth.
No, I heard it's. I heard. Was it like 90% or 10% of men are? Was it 90% of men or 10% of men are like
Are
addicted? Yeah.
Oh, 90.
Is it
for
90?
sure. Yeah, the amount of friends I tell that to, or people I tell that to, and they look at me like I'm crazy. Like,
Yeah.
it's
it's-
at least 90% of men.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
It's bad for you.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy, bro. That's actually crazy.
I'm
So
still shook over this unnamed teammate.
Yeah,
like he's
bro,
on the
so-
bus right now.
Puts it in a jar. Man, I this whole
Yeah,
time,
bro,
bro.
I love
when
how
y'all-
you were thinking that.
The first time, you gotta say, I thought he was like storing it in a jar.
Hell
That's why I'm
no.
like, yo,
I
this
wouldn't
dude is nasty.
I wouldn't even brought it up.
Like, what in the world?
That's
That
how
wouldn't even
yeah.
been a
he's-
topic.
There's no
Facts,
benefit
that's why I'm
to that.
surprised
There's
it
no
came out
benefit
your
to
mouth.
that.
I'm like, yo, what is going on? This is like, we cool with this? Like, who is the guy?
Yeah, I just started.
All right, that makes more sense because your face had some crazy looks on it. That makes
Yeah,
more
bro. I'm like,
Yeah, I was like, why is he looking like that? Did I say something crazy?
To Steve actually earlier today, and I told him I was gonna have you on the truck, and he said ask Chris about his fashion. He said you're all into it. You got the Balenciagas, you got the whole thing.
Bro, so I mean, I feel like for me at least, fashion is a big part of my identity. I feel like I could tell a lot about a person just off of the way that they dress, and I feel like, you know, just the way I dress, probably not right now, I'm kind of basic right now, but based off of the, like, when people could kind of, I don't know, the way you dress gives off certain vibes, you know what I'm
For
saying?
sure.
I'm pretty sure you guys feel the same way.
For sure.
You know, you see somebody dressed a certain type of way, you kind of have a preconceived idea of what you think they may act like. So,
so what about Mo? Like when you see him with like
Ooh,
these
yeah.
super tight jeans on,
They're not super tight.
bro,
with
like,
a shirt that's a size down.
It's
You
like
could-
a size,
bro,
it's an
Mo-
extra
I'm
large.
kidding,
a
bro.
big
Like
guy.
the shirt fits good on you, bro. And
Mo
the jeans
dresses
fit good
like a smart student athlete.
yeah,
Like
Thank you.
you do too.
like a
Like right now, you got like the, just like you can just tell you're, like,
Yo.
you can tell you're a smart guy. I don't know, bro. You can tell a
So you
lot.
can
by
tell
the way
a lot
somebody
by a
dresses.
person.
What's that smart about this? I'm confused.
I don't know,
Is that
man.
good?
It's like
I wasn't going for
It's like-
smart when I was in my closet.
Bro, I mean, it's
what
your,
were you going
it's
for?
your,
Like
I was
it's
going
your
for
style.
you're going
All right,
for
so
what?
look,
Swag.
it's your. Everybody has their own style, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Everybody has their
It's
own
like,
style.
yeah.
Like me, I wear a really loud. Like, bro, I have pink Balenciagas. I have all red Balenciagas.
Oh, wow.
I have green shoes. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I've never been into that. That's interesting that you have that. Like,
bro, that's
The
just
loud
loud.
colors. Yeah.
yeah, bro. I've always. That's just always been me, and I feel like it kind of, like you said, it's
Yeah.
loud, bro. That's
so
my
can you wear
personality.
like that? Like my big thing is like, can you wear the same thing twice then? Because if
Bro,
you're
I
really
got that
big,
drip, hell yeah.
I respect that.
Yeah.
Some
What
people
I'm
that are
saying
into fashion are
Well,
like, I can't wear this over
I was listening
again.
to Derrick Henry talk
Oh,
about
like
his
as far as
outfits.
what shoes?
Yeah, shoes, outfits, like all that.
Nah. I mean, I've definitely wore outfits. I don't got no millions of dollars yet. You know what I'm saying? My closet is not too crazy,
That's
but but I mean, for the most part, I try to keep it different all the time.
Mm.
I get what you're saying. Now, as far as shoes go, though, shoot, I could throw on the same shoes with about 4 or 5 different outfits. You know,
That's
so,
smooth.
yeah. But I mean, like I said, bro, I feel like fashion does have a lot to do with somebody's identity, and I don't know. I've just always been real big on it. And I feel like a big reason I feel that way is because all of my friends, like outside of my football teams, they've never been athletes. Like I have all my friends
I
outside
noticed that
of
about you. I noticed that about you.
Bro,
Right? Like you connected with. I'm just saying, like you connected with a guy like Mo, and you just seem like you have a solid like rapport with everyone. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? That was cool.
I try to, bro, just because I mean,
You're an athlete though, but
yeah.
What are you doing here?
that wasn't the best example. But
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
No, I
like,
definitely get
you
what
might
you're
have a
saying.
connection
though.
with a lot of people.
Yeah, because I mean, right now,
quarterback, like,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Not even just that, like, Mo's into like so much different shit. You know, like that's why I was
He's
telling you.
eclectic. He's
I was
definitely
telling him
eclectic.
last week. I was like, bro, I don't know. This is like really dope to me that you're running your foundation out of the same place that you have your podcast. Like, I don't know. I just like
It is
different.
clean, bro.
Bro, I just like different minds. Like that shit is different in me, bro. Like
Yeah.
not too many people are really like this is a very good resource that you have and you're putting it to use. So
Yeah.
I feel like that's very creative in itself. And I feel like I'd say I'm a pretty creative person, so I like to hang around creative minds. And it's like I got a really good friend named Bryce who makes a lot of clothes for like E&D or a lot of artists and stuff. You know, another one of my buddies, like all my friends at SC outside of the football team are all like they all do music or fashion, bro. I got another homeboy named Yassine who
wow.
makes a lot of music and stuff. So
Yeah.
I don't know, bro. I feel like I don't even know. That's just always been
Yeah,
me.
well,
Like,
you have a
That's
lot of
cool.
interests outside of the football field, which I think is really cool.
exactly.
Because a lot of
yeah.
guys, they tie their identity with the sport.
The football
I
only.
think, yeah, you play since the age of 5,
And
and that's why.
I tie my identity with everything outside of football.
I love
Mm.
that.
So
Yeah, well, give me. We'll finish on that because I actually really like that idea, and I've struggled with that in the past. But that's a long story, but I want to hear kind of your journey with that because early on, 100% my identity was football, at least before junior college, because everything was in terms of me training and getting offers, and I would turn down opportunities for like parties and hanging out with friends and the whole social life, and everything was geared towards football. So, I like how did that transcribe for you? Was it always like that or?
no, bro. So with me, I grew up like I was the kid that wanted to do everything. Like I wanted to play soccer, baseball, football, basketball. Like
Yeah,
I wanted to play every sport. I wanted to
love it.
like try
That's cool.
instruments and bro. Like I
Yeah.
always wanted. I
Yeah.
thought I could sing for some reason. Like I used to walk around telling my mom I could dance like Michael Jackson. I was just always into like everything, bro. Like that's just always been me. So when I got to 8th grade, my dad made me pick a sport. And he was like, you either you're gonna play football or baseball. Like, what are you gonna do? I was like, all right, obviously I'm gonna play football. Like, my dad wants me to play football. That's what it started out as.
Yeah,
And then my freshman year, I started realizing like, all right, it's my first year playing corner, and I'm pretty good at it. I started getting offers my freshman year. So I feel like that's when it really, my freshman and sophomore year, that's when it really like when the switch, kind of turned on in my head, bro. Cause for my whole freshman and sophomore year, I'm like, all I'm known for at my school is football. So I started like, I don't know, bro. It's a lot of pressure, especially as a young athlete. That's why I don't really agree with coaches giving players offers as freshmen in high
Too
school.
early.
Like, bro, I'm 15 years old. I shouldn't have
yeah,
the opportunity. I mean, obviously it was really cool at the time, bro, but it's also real stressful. You know what I'm saying? You got a lot of like.
Big target on your back.
Exactly, bro. And it's like, as a 15-year-old, I wasn't able to do so much things just because, I mean, I just couldn't, bro.
Because you're
Like,
a 5-star Chris Steele. And if someone takes a photo of you doing something,
exactly,
that blows
bro.
up on Twitter.
Exactly.
Man.
There was just a lot of stuff I missed out on as a little kid, so, or as a younger kid, and I want to say my junior year was kind of the first year where I was like, I don't know, it kind of it became like a lot for me. So I kind of like, music was always like my like safe space. But junior year, I kind of like, I took music to like a whole nother level, bro. Like I was waking up at 6 in the like I'd be in class with headphones in, you know what I'm saying? Just
Yeah.
listening to music. It kind of just helped me clear
Yeah.
my mind from everything else. So once I kind of, and then I realized that the type of music that I listened to had a lot to do with like, it had a lot to do with everything, bro. Like I like to listen to music that applies to my life. I'm not really into like mumble rap and stuff.
Yeah.
So I mean, I feel like that was kind of a start of everything. And I do like to listen to some stuff that doesn't really make any sense, but like I like Gunna. To me, Gunna doesn't make make
favorite.
sense about a lot of stuff.
Yeah, that's my
But
favorite.
he talks about fashion. That like when you talk
It
about
resonates
fashion, you
with
think
Yeah.
I look at Young Thug and Gunna. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? So just little things that they say, Rod Wave, things that he says, just little quotes that he'll
Roddy
say throughout
Ricch.
his songs. Roddy Rich, I love Roddy. I love Nipsey, bro. Like Nipsey says a lot of inspirational things. So it's like, I kind of started to find out that I had like a true passion for music.
Yeah.
And then music kind of started to transition over to fashion. Like I always liked dressing nice, But then I kind of started putting two and two together. Like, all right, this is my personality based off of the music that I listen to.
Yeah.
This is kind of who I like, you know, the genre that I'd say I put myself in. So, you know, I just started kind of, you know, dressing a little. I think I got a lot of my fashion from like the Young Thugs and the Gunners. Gunna wears pink, purple,
Yeah.
blue. That's always
That's
been me.
his
Pink's,
thing. Yeah.
pink's been my favorite color since I was a little kid.
Yeah.
I like pink, blue, and black. Those are my colors. Like, I don't know. I've just always liked like loud stuff, I guess you could say.
For sure. And then going back to the brand thing, that's something that separates you. You know, little things that you do off the field, they associate you with a bigger, like OBJ with the hair and the cash and the fashion. That's another big fashion guy. Derrick Henry's really big. Like, you know, the little things that separate you. Like maybe if you wear like, you know, specific arm sleeves on the field, that's the things that the book was touching on. So I think it all kind of comes full circle.
Definitely, bro. And I feel like that's a lot of people. I feel like that's one of the main things that they bring up about me. Like, like I said, I have a pair of pink Balenciagas, for example. I'll use those for example. Whenever I wear those out, it's like everybody's like, dang, bro, those are really loud, but only you could wear those. Like, if I bought those, I wouldn't be able to. I wouldn't be able to rock them, but you could wear them because it fits your personality.
Yeah.
And it's like whenever I hear stuff like that, it makes me smile, bro. Like, all right,
I'm doing something right.
Like that's what I'm going for. You know what I'm saying? So
keep being different, brother.
Cool.
That's you, and that's what's gonna separate you in the long run.
No doubt, bro.
I love that
appreciate
about you, bro. Yeah,
for sure.
No doubt. Thanks for coming on, my man.
Yeah, man. We appreciate you.
Glad to be on, bro. Appreciate you guys too. I'm gonna definitely have to hop back on.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Let's do it.
Got to do that.
For sure.
Definitely.
All right, bro. Appreciate it.
Appreciate it.
Hell yeah.